Let's talk about, are you familiar with those three? Yes? Last one? Khan Academy. So Khan Academy is, now it's a big thing. This person started teaching someone who couldn't understand something. And then he realized that it was easier. It was, I think, his nephew, or niece. He realized the person learned better through videos. So Khan started this whole enterprise of videos. And if you look at the videos, the quality is amazing. You know, like, remember I told you the biology video I watched? It's like amazing stuff. So you have this. You don't need to create your own materials. All you need to do, though, is watch to make sure it's appropriate. Let me give you an example. I found a video that I was going to use with you. It was about DNA. The graphics were amazing. I'm like, this is a fantastic video. But then at the end, they talk about DNA for reproduction. And I'm thinking, not very appropriate. So you have, I don't know how you guys would feel about it. So I was, okay, I can find something else. So you have to check if the video is appropriate for the culture, yes, religion, contexts, and all that. Vocabulary, is it appropriate for teenagers, adults, children? But you can find everything online. I bet on it. We could have a bet. You say a topic, I'll find you a video. And then if I lose, I'm in trouble. Right. So the Khan Academy has fabulous videos. So now they have professionals doing it. I'll share the link too. So you can go there, yes. Let's see. We have 12 minutes, yes. What other sources of video would you use? Do you have another source you can think of? Yes.
I teach English literature. Sometimes you have a novel that has turned into a movie.
Oh.
So sometimes when there's a really interesting clip, I do use a section of the movie.
Okay.
To make it interesting and to see something acted out.
That's very good. So she was saying she uses clips of a movie. You could do television shows. Depends on what you want to emphasize to students, yes? Guys, anything else? Another source of video you can think of?
Sometimes book authors provide short screencasts for official website.
Yes. That's a good one. You can use, yes. Okay. Open courses? Yes.
MIT open course and Coursera can also do the same thing basically. They provide free learning courses basically.
Okay. That's, so course,
MIT open courses and Coursera.
Coursera. Okay.
And also there is one for Stanford. How them they do free online learning basically.
And it's open to everybody and you don't have to pay.
Yes, it's open for everybody.
So that's a good resource. You could email it to me and I'll put it on the list.
Okay.
Yes.
There's a difficulty, I think. Sometimes the notations used in the videos are very different from the notations I use in class.
Mm-hmm.
So that in that it leads to more confusion. The student find it difficult because they say that the notations are too different from the textbook we are using and the notations in the videos.
So, but you do use a textbook, right? So that is a little more complicated because, like I said, we don't use textbooks not much more in the U.S. So it's easier to select materials. So I see your point about matching things. And that is challenging because you have to watch videos and figure out if it's appropriate. Now, when you use a book, it's more complicated, and all you're going to have them do is read the chapters, which is not very exciting. So I see that it is a good challenge. Have you looked at the Khan Academy videos?
They are too basic. I teach upper level courses in engineering.
Yes.
So those videos are not appropriate for long courses.
Okay, they're not? We'll talk about some options,
Courses like chemistry, physics, maths.
but not the very specialized content. That's when you can create your own video. 5 minutes in front of the camera. Draw. Yes, it's time consuming, yes. But here's the trick, ladies and gentlemen. Once you create a set of materials, you're not going to have to work anymore. So the problem with flipped classrooms, online learning, blended learning is the first time you create the materials, it's challenging. But listen, I teach the same course every semester. Let's say the writing for engineering. Every semester, the same materials, because I took time to create the stuff, but now all I need to do is copy Blackboard. Don't you copy Blackboard? Existing course into another course? It transfers everything, even the grading system. So it took me a long time, yes, at the beginning, but now I save time. Actually, I'm arriving back in the US on Monday, and on Wednesday I teach that same class, and everything is prepared. Before I came here, I updated the syllabus, and the Blackboard course is already ready to go. So it saves me time today. So in the long run, it's worth it. If you teach the same course over and over again, of course. So for those who have to teach the same class every semester, it saves you time, a lot of time. So if you have any other, please feel free to email me if you have any other videos, sources that I like learning from you too. You know, because I know some tools, but I don't know them all. So maybe you guys have some stuff that you can share with me, so I can start using it with my students. Now, apps and websites, they are spectacular. Do you guys use apps or websites? No? Kahoot! It's famous, isn't it? Guys, do you use Kahoot? One person? You? Do you like it? With your kids? Your kids as in your children?
He likes the Kahoot, and actually I got this idea last year.
Using it's very cool. It's very cool. I was going to bring a game, but I didn't know if you were all gonna have your smartphones with you, so I didn't, because you could experience it, and it's a fun way to test your students. Ladies here raise their hands, a lot of you. Kahoot actually records the scores. So you can download everything, you know, which student didn't get what. So you can actually use that as assessment. So Edna answered 15 questions, and she got 7, 8, 10, and 12 wrong. Edna, come here, let's talk. You need to learn these things. So they don't even know that you could test them. They only see this as fun stuff. But we don't have time to look at them all in detail, so I have for you the links, and I have short tutorials. So let me show you. Let's start with Poll Everywhere. Are you famous with Poll? Are you familiar with Poll Everywhere? Show you a quick video. This one is good for any science. You can students, you can have them do it in the class right here with their phones, and you can have the results on the screen. Fast. So nowadays you don't have to print anything, save the world by saving paper. and all that. So let me show you quickly this one, the video.
Welcome to Poll Everywhere. This video is your quick start guide on how to create polls. Create your first poll by clicking the Create button near the upper left corner of your screen. You will see a pop-up with the different types of polls you can create. You have several options, including multiple choice, word cloud, and clickable image. Click the type of poll you want to create. Next, select the question you want to create and add some answers if appropriate. If you're creating a clickable image question, you'll need to either select an image or upload one of your own. Once you've made your choices, click Create in the bottom right of the pop-up. Multiple choice polls allow you to create specific response options like true or false or ABC answers. Word cloud allows participants to submit their own answers and shows the audience the most popular responses by making them bigger. Upvote-downvote polls allows the audience to submit answers as well as vote their favorites to the top. This type of poll is great for brainstorming and Q&A sessions. With ranking polls, you provide a set of options which the audience reorders. The results are then shown in a bar graph according to their overall ranking. Clickable image polls are great for visual answers, like maps and graphs, and have been used for everything from icebreakers, participant reaction, to knowledge assessment. Open-ended polls let the audience respond with anything they like, allowing them freedom of expression and giving you the opportunity to discover something you may have missed with a multiple choice poll. And that's it. You're polling with Poll Everywhere. Now start making your own amazing polls.
So you can do anything with this. If you're a geography teacher,
Welcome to Poll Everywhere.
you can have a map and have them click on the right answer. And all right there in front of you. So you have fun doing other things. So you could see rank things. So if you're saying, what is your favorite this? The students can rank it and you can show it on your screen and discuss the results. So it makes things that in the classroom you used to have, paper-based, way more fun. And the students enjoy it. I mean, they have their phones all the time. Who here doesn't have a phone with them right now? Everybody has their phones? You don't leave your phones, do you? So, right? It's easier for you to leave the house without shoes on than it is leaving your phone. So this is one tool, and I'll show you a couple more. I know it's prayer time, so I don't want to make you late. So I'll see you 12 o'clock?
Yes, the clock, 30 minutes only is prayer. 30 minutes.
Okay.
30 minutes. At 12 o'clock, come back.
I'll see you at 12 o'clock then. Be ready for the workshop part. You're going to be doing the work next. I'm going to show you Kahoot a little bit because this one is being used everywhere in the world. So I'm not going to show you the whole thing because you can learn how to use it, but I want to show you a quiz that I use with my engineering students, just to give you a sense of what it is. Okay. So what you do is, Kahoot is free. All you need to do is create an account and you can link it to Google and log in. So it's going to ask you for an institution email. Okay, so maybe later. Now that I am in Saudi Arabia, my computer is going crazy, it's asking me for information, and my Quizlet now has Arabic videos because it gets your location and it shows you stuff. So I'm like, this is exciting. All right. I don't want to do that now. Okay. Okay. Oh, there it is. I have a bunch of remind me later. It's because I'm in a different country, so now it wants me to do a bunch of things. Anyway, so this is my end of review quiz I use with the engineers. So instead of giving them a piece of paper and questions, I do this. So let me show you how it's done, just for you to have a sense. Come on, technology. So, the students don't need to have an account. The students just go to kahoot.it, they enter the PIN. So, they enter that PIN, and then you're going to see the number of players here. So in this room, I would have 51 people. So they log in with their computers, right? And then you start the game. I'm going to have to show you the preview mode. Does anybody want to do it? Just so we can show how it works. So go to kahoot.it. See if it, Kahoot.
Is it app or website?
Yeah, dot it. Yeah.
Okay.
IT, yes. Okay? Let's see. Okay, now you enter that PIN and a name. We'll just show you how it. Did you get it? The song can be annoying. All right. All right, so this is how it goes. Questions will show up on the screen. The question and the answers. Now, on your phone, what shows is the answers are not written there, just the shape. What is my field of study again? Did you pay attention? And technology. Right. So you see, she didn't get it right. Someone didn't get it right over there. But some people were paying attention. So you play the game. The students check on the phone the option, and they know the entire time who is ahead of the game. And this is calculated based on speed of answer and then also on correctness. So you do the quiz. At the end, it shows you who is number 1, number 2, number 3. Now, the good thing about this is that at the end, you can download the spreadsheet in Excel with all of the answers. So you know what the students didn't get right. So you can call them in or bring them to your office and ask them what's going on. So you go through the quiz, and then you see there, Azza is ahead. So you go and do the next question. Do you guys know the answer to this one? Using someone else's work is what? Plagiarism, right? So let's say, have you answered? A lot of the, all right, 7 students got it. We got to make sure that one person understands that plagiarism is copying someone's ideas. Anyway, so you play the game, and it's like just doing a quiz on paper. but you have this challenge component. You have the technology, so it's a little more exciting. And what I do with my students at the end, I have gifts for them. Number 1 gets chocolate, number 2 gets a pen, number 3 gets something. And as the instructor, you can see the answers on a spreadsheet. And you don't need to be checking a bunch of sheets of paper anymore, right? It's all there based on their names. This is good for every field of study. It doesn't matter. You can have questions about physics. You can have questions about arts, poetry, whatever it is. How you create the questions. You can, it's very, Kahoot.com. The internet's slow.
More people use internet here.
They are all doing that. Okay. You go to create. And then you create a quiz. And then add question. And then you can do quiz question, true or false. You can slide or you can poll. So I want to do a quiz question. So you enter the question. You put the time you want. You want to give students 20 seconds to think, 10 seconds, 30. And then you add the answers right here. And you have to make sure one is the correct answer. Easy. And keep adding questions. You can have as many as you want. So, and you can even have images, look. So you could have an entire test based on images, for example. Huh? Oh, it's gonna ask you here. Edna. So you have to check the check mark there. Easy. And you can have multiple answers too. Whatever you tell the system, this is what's going to show. It's very easy. You can create a quiz like that. Well, if you know the questions, obviously. So use it. I know it's a little more like, are the students going to like it? But you can use it one time. If they don't like it, they don't like it, right? Sounds good? Okay. I'm going to move on because our time is, in the beginning with the technology, we lost some minutes there. But I will send you the list with the technology, the tools that you guys can, and the tutorials are ready to go as well. I was going to show you the tutorials for. I want to just mention to you, this tool right here is Edpuzzle. This app allows you to use a video from YouTube and include quizzes throughout the video. So the students can be watching something and then you check their understanding. So you create a quiz. True or false? Buenos Aires is the capital of Brazil. Thank you. Thank you. Shukran. Because a lot of people say, Buenos Aires is the capital of Brazil. No, it's not. It's the capital of Argentina. So as the students are watching the video, you can quiz them. And the good thing about this is you know that they watched the video because they cannot move on until they answer the questions. So you can include true or false questions, multiple choices, and I have examples there for you. So if you look at this, I told you it has, see, your school is here, but I don't think we have videos from your school here. So you can choose based on popular channels. So you see this little thing here? This indicates that this video has 5 quizzes in there. So throughout the video, there are 5 questions. So students know that they will have to answer 5 questions. So, why is this good? Because as they're learning, they're checking the answers to see if they understand. So you could have even mathematical equations in there. So it's a pretty cool tool to use to make sure that the students are watching the videos, because they say, I watched it, did you really? If you don't answer the questions, you can't continue watching. Very easy to create questions inside the video. I'll make the link available to you. Okay, so these tools will make flipped classroom a little more exciting, because you can combine videos and things with these tools to make sure that the students are motivated. So these are the tools I had there. Okay, so I've been talking about these things. Now it's time to show you an example. Say, everybody gets a copy. Please pass it on. So this is an example of my course description, the goals, the learning objectives, and the course schedule. So if you open the handout, my syllabus is 8 pages long, because in the United States we have to include everything. The grading criteria, even if using their phones is not allowed in class. So I didn't want to print a bunch of sheets, so I have for you just the description of the course, what the learners are expected to know at the end, and this is what the course looks like. So if you look at the page number 2, can you please go to page number 2? This is by week. So you see here, read or watch for in-class discussion. Second column. So students know from the beginning of the semester what they're going to have to do each week. So it's not like you're telling them today that they will have to do something for tomorrow. So the entire thing is there. So I'll give you a second to take a look. See if you have any questions about this. Okay, so if you were the students in that class, how would you feel about it? So you're looking, it's the first day of class, I gave that to you. How would you feel about it? Huh? Too much work. This is writing a dissertation class. It has to be a lot of work. But what makes you think it's too much work? You're talking about the assignments? So, yes. I know, but remember, this class is for students writing a thesis.
So this is for graduate students?
Graduate students, yes, yes, yes. So this is a class for the hard sciences. So the students enrolled in this class are physicists, engineers, and whatever it is. So it's for the hard sciences. I have also classes for the social sciences.
Well, if I am a PhD student,
Yes.
and they will be looking at this,
Mm-hmm.
I will not feel it that hard, because, in the end of the semester, I will be ready with my
Chapter.
proposal or chapters. Or
Yes. So if you look at this, do you see there's a paper draft? So that would be the draft of their chapter. You can pick whatever you want. You want to write your methods, your results, your introduction, or your literature review. So the draft, they submit a draft of their papers. I grade, give feedback on how to improve it. They revise it. And in the paper final, that's when they submit the chapter again. I grade it again, and I give it more feedback. So by the end of the semester, they have one finished chapter. So yes, this is for graduate students. I know that if you give this to undergraduates, they're going to run away from you. I don't want to take this class.
the registration office to drop it us.
Yes, too much work, come out of here. But you see that it's important that you show them what it is. And you give them the chance to take it or not. Now here's the interesting fact. This class is elective. Nobody has to take it. The students who come to that class really want help writing their thesis. So why is it good for me? They already have the motivation. So they are taking a class because they chose to. They hear because somebody else told them, take this class with Dr. Lima, it helps you write your thesis. So I don't have to worry very much about the motivation. But like you said, some look at it and say, oh my God, do I have to write a full chapter now? I'm not ready for it. They may take it next semester. But the important thing is for you to list everything, because you don't want to trick the students. You can't do that. You can't say, for example, there are no quizzes there, and all of a sudden you're giving quizzes in class. So that's why I talk about the design and implementation. You have to think about these things.